everybody, I am David, head chef here at New Cooks, and today I will be showing you how to make Korean chicken. So our ingredients are, first off, we need our chicken, butter, chicken broth, whole milk, cream, cornstarch, Woodfire blend, and buttery poultry blend. So the first step of cooking it is, the simplest way to shred chicken is to put it into the bag, and then you just mush it, and it will just start breaking apart, and it will be, and it gets all those juices, and it's just so delicious. Okay, and now with the power of editing, you didn't have to see me shred up that chicken. So now we get on to the next step, which is, so first off, we have to take this butter, take a knife, and cut it in half. And if you cut it not perfectly in half, I just take the bigger part, because the more butter the merrier. And then we head over here to our stove top. As it takes 10 attempts to turn the stove on. And you should probably take less attempts than that. And then we just toss in our butter. Just like that. And then we go on to our next step, which is going to be making liquids to put in this butter. Yeah. So first step, we should probably wash our hands because they're going to be very slippery from the butter. And we don't want food slipping everywhere. Plus, you just touched all that meat, and it could have seeped through the gloves. So first off, you have to take your chicken broth. You have your mom open the can, and then you go over here and pour in 1.5 cups of chicken broth. Look at all that juicy goodness. And then you go over here and pour it in your pot. Listen to that. Oh, listen to that sizzle. You want, if you're using whole milk, you want 3/4 of a cup. And if you're using less fatty milk, you want less. So you mean more? Yeah, you want more. How much milk? 3 1/4 cup. 3/4 of a cup. That'd be some milky chicken. And so then you go over here, and same thing you did with the chicken broth. You pour it in. It does that. And you go over here and pour in 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. And if you give a little more by accident, that's, I think, a-okay. And then you go over here, pour that into the mixture, whisk, and you come over here, wait, set this camera, and then you go over here and stir it so that nothing melts. Get it nice and mixed, and then you wait for it to boil. And while that's going to get to a boil, you come over here with a cup of cornstarch. It's a little messy.
A messy cook's a good cook.
It's a little messy.
Don't wipe it on your apron.
And then you do
Never mind.
1/4 of a cup of chicken broth.
Quite delicious, if I do say so myself.
A little less than just that old cream.
Or if you have a little less than that, you add just a
hint.
a splash. One more.
Yeah, you want to equal the fourth.
Yeah, just a
Thank you, Mom.
splash of cream, and then you take your spoon and you stir it up, and this is what you call a flurry.
Slurry.
Slurry.
It's not something you get at McDonald's.
What do slurries do?
And slurries thicken stuff up, and then you want to mix until it's nice and smooth. It almost looks like milk. Just don't drink it. Definitely won't taste like it. And as you can see, it's pretty thick. And then you come over here, and where the pot is boiling, you dump.
Hold on. You want to have something ready to stir because you got to stir right away.
You want to have something ready to stir because you got to stir right away.
Might start a thanks mom counter.
Dump it in, and then start stirring immediately, and it'll just make the mixture more creamy and thick and
Juicy.
I don't know if juicy is the right way to put it, but and then you mix,
Not so fast.
you mix slowly, and then it should thicken up, and then you add your seasoning.
Not
By
so
the way,
fast
if
so
you're
you don't-
liking what I am doing and want to support the channel, you can like, subscribe, and share with a friend, please.
I'd add a little bit more slurry.
And comment what you want my next dish to be, because if I think it's a good idea, it might just end up in my next video. And then after you stir it up until it's thick, then you can add your
That's what the spoon rest is.
then you can add your seasoning,
I got
which
mine.
is Woodfire blend, buttery poultry blend, and you use these. So you need 1 tablespoon of the buttery poultry seasoning,
But like it's ice cream.
Yes. Over the thing so we don't get it all over the sink.
and then you add that.
Yummy.
And do you add the same amount of Woodfire?
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons. The little spoons you use to mix your tea.
I don't think that's what they're called, teaspoons.
That could be why it's called teaspoons. Who knows? Comment
And
down
then
below if
add
you know that.
2
Make sure
teaspoons
they're all the way full, honey.
of Woodfire blend.
Yummy.
And then you take your whisk and
So
slowly stir. And then you want to just mix and mix and mix and mix and mix until all the seasoning is ready. And then you want to, and then when it's all mixed, you want to take your chicken,
and this is you just kind of have to add and see if it's enough.
and then the whole bowl.
No. So and just start adding and see how much you need.
Listen to that sound, folks.
So give it a stir and see. Because you don't want it too cream, too
Do I use
Yep.
this?
Remember, David, we're eating this.
And then you want to just mix around that chicken till it's all covered. And voila, now that our chicken is all done and nice and warmed through, we turn off the stove, and then we grab a pot holder to move it. I'm going to do 2 because I don't want to grab them handles.
They're made of rubber.
You take the spoon out,
That was a satisfying sound.
and then you grab the pot and you can set it down. And then, as you can see, we have a bread knife and a croissant.
Would you like a croissant?
And how you plate this is be very careful. You
Stop before you get to your hand.
put a slit in the croissant.
That is my mother for
and
you.
a spoon. And you grab and just take some chicken.
That is one of the most beautiful sounds in cooking, folks.
And then you just put it all in. And then you fold up the croissant. And that is a beautifully made cream chicken. Thanks for watching today's video, and I hope you learned something new on how to make cream chicken, and I hope that your family really loves it. And please go down and find them like and subscribe buttons. Bye!